Hey there, this is Broomba's Corner, episode number 13, and welcome to another great little short little video. Not much going on. I did a little streaming today, did a couple dungeon runs and whatnot. Nothing spectacular. Played a little Star Wars today, leveled up a bounty hunter from 1 to level 8, and that was streamed as well. Streamed about almost 6 hours today on the internet. I thought about exactly the way the prizes and the contest for the games of the month should be awarded and handled and dealt with. I thought of a system that I think is going to be much better, and I did make a post to this on my Twitch channel, kind of the updated rules and stuff. There is a little table kind of underneath the contest section of the Twitch channel where it explains exactly how you can be qualified to get a chance to win a game of the month. And here's it is. Here's how it's going to be done now. Instead of you actually being consistently in my room for the entirety of a stream, here's how I'm going to do the process. No longer do you have to be in the entirety of my stream to be eligible to win a game of the month. Once a month each month, starting in March, April, May, June, July, and so forth and so on. The first game will be awarded is still Mass Effect 3. The second game probably is debatable, leaning towards more Star Wars than Resident Evil 6. I might actually kind of do still May, Terra, and so I might actually make a switch on those two games, Star Wars and Resident Evil 6. I might actually do that, Star Wars, come April, and keep Mass Effect 3 in March and Terra in May, and kind of keep the same games thereafter intact. The new rules, the new procedures to be eligible to win a game of the month, in this case March, is beginning Friday. Anytime I stream, here's the way it is. Now, my streaming schedule is pretty much going to stay intact, so it's going to be like 9 to 12, 2 to 6, and 9 to 12. 9 to 12 in the morning, 9 to 12 from morning to noon, 2 to 6 in the afternoon, and then 9 o'clock p.m. stream to 12 o'clock a.m. stream, or 1 o'clock a.m. stream. Here's how it's going to do. If you're in my room, and I'll give you a word of the day every time that you subscribe to my Twitch or Twitter, my Facebook page, I will actually post a word of the day. And right now, the Friday's word of the day is this, and here's how it's going to go down. Every hour that you're in my room, post the word of the day in the chat channel room of my Twitch channel, so that I'll know that you've been here consecutively for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Here's how it's going to go. If you were here, if you've been in my room, the Twitch channel room for 1 hour, you'll get 2 points. If you've been in my channel room for 2 hours, you get, I think it's 4 points. Let me double check on that. I want to make sure I give you the right information here. I did this about 3 hours ago, and I kind of forgotten. I mean, it's been a long day for me. If you've been in my room for an hour, make sure you post when you come in my room. Say the word of the day. Then every hour thereafter, you post the word of the day. The first hour you're in the room, you get your name goes in the pot, or the drawing. So in other words, I will use a website called random.org and to draw the people's names on live stream. So that means if you're in my room for an hour, for let's say 9 to 10 o'clock, then your name will go twice, 2 times. Your name will actually be entered in the random.org, or my list will go into the random.org website. If you're in my room stream for 2 hours, your name goes in there 3 times. So the longer you're in my room, the more times your name's actually going to be dropped into the pot for me to draw it come March 9th. If you're in my room for 3 hours, your name goes in the pot for 4 times. If you're in my room for 4 hours, your name goes in the pot 5 times. And I figured 4 hours is quite a bit, because I'm pretty much winding things down by then. And each hour that you're in my room, you need to post a word of the day. So in other words, if you're in my room from 9 to 10, at 10 o'clock, you will post a word of the day that's in my Twitch, my Twitter, and my Facebook account. If you're in my room from 10 to 11, you will post it again. If you're in my room from 11 to 12, that's you'll post your name again. And here's where you get. If you were in my room from 9 to 12, let's say on Friday, this is officially going to start, 9 to 12, 3 hours. If you're in my room for the entire 3 hours that morning, your name will go into the pot 4 times. So when we get closer, and this will accumulate over the times I stream. In other words, Fridays your names goes in the pot all day Friday if you're in the stream, 9 to 12, 2 to 6, and 9 to 12 at night. How many hours you're in those rooms and those times, then you actually have that many names, your names brought into the pot. So when it comes March 7th, the last day we actually have the stream contest, the cutoff period. I will take everybody's person name and total them up and say, like, okay, person A, you've been in my room a total of 15 hours this entire 2 weeks or so. So that would probably be an accumulation of, I don't know, 20 times your name goes in the pot. So I'll have your name, person A, person A, person A, person A, and I'll just go down the list and do person B, person C, and person D, and then I hit randomize, and whatever name pops up. Of course, it won't be person A. It'll be like John and Bob and Jeff, and it'll go numerous times down the list. So then you'll have, like, Bob's name would be there like 20 times, John's name would be like 2 times or whatever, and I'll hit random, and the name that pops up the very first of the thing wins the prize, wins that game of the month. In this case, in March, it'll be Mass Effect 3. So the trick is, the thing is to actually be in my room at least, as many times as you want to. Is good. It's good because I entertain you, and I'm going to put my cam on myself on Friday. Beginning Friday, I'm going to actually stream my camera on me while I'm playing the game. So yeah, the more times you're actually in my room during a live stream, the better chances your names actually goes in the pot more and more often. So come March 7th and the preceding months after that, your chances of actually winning the game is great, because it depends upon how many hours you actually stay in a block schedule stream. Now, you don't have to come back every time I stream. You can come in for an hour. Like, for instance, if you're in my stream from 9 to 12 in the morning on Friday, and you want to come back for 2 hours on Friday afternoon and 1 hour on Friday night, you can. That's totally up to you. That means your name will be in there, let's say 9 to 12, that's 3 times, that's 3 hours, so that's 4 names, that's 4 times your name's pot in the pot, and let's say you're in there for 2 hours in the afternoon, okay, that's 3 more times, so that's 7 total times your name is in the pot. And then let's say you're in for an hour in the afternoon evening stream, 9 to 12. Okay, that's 2 times. So you're looking at 9 times your name is going to be put in the pot just for Friday. And this is going to accumulate Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, and so forth. Every time I stream live, and I broadcast it on Twitter and Facebook. So some people actually might have their name in the pot 40 times. Hey, the more names, the more times you're here, the more times you're in my room per hour, base wise. The increasing facting equation that your name is going to pop up in the random drawing. So it's best to actually secure yourself throughout my stream times to make sure you actually do have a lot of your names mentioned in the pot, so therefore when I click randomize, whoop, your name pops up, or you have a chance of actually having your name popped up. So that's how it is. If you go to my twitch.tv/Broomba channel, scroll down kind of where the contest section begins. It will kind of explain to you, and this will be done. I think this is a much better system than forcing people to come in my room for the entirety of the channel. And you have to, in the old rules, you had to be there every freaking time I stream, and you have to be there all the hours I stream. This way, I think, is better because it doesn't force the people to come to my room or force them to stay in my room to be eligible to qualify for the prize. This way, you choose when to see my stream, when I'm streaming, and how long to see my stream. So therefore, your decision to come and stay as long as you want to depends or determines how many times your name is actually put in the pot for me to draw a name out. And like I said, the more times you come in my room and the longer you stay for an hour or more, I don't know, 5 hours, okay. Well, I mean, the only thing that not really, because the longest stream is actually on 2 to 6 o'clock on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, so that's only 4 hours. So I think 4 hours is basically a cutoff period. And of course, I do a 9 to 12, and then a 2 to 6, and a 9 to 12, or 9 to 1. So that's 4 hours there. So it actually could be 2 times on Friday and Saturday. Then actually I do 4 hours. Well, if you're there all 4 hours at 2 to 6 and then 9 to 12 at night or 9 to 1, you have 10 times your name's in the pot, dude. I mean, you don't have to come the rest of the stream if you want to, or you can keep coming back the next week and the following week up to the 7th of March, and still increase your chances of actually getting to be the victor by having more of your names in the pot. And I'll keep a running tab of this. I will keep a tab once somebody shouts out the word of the day. I will probably have a timestamp on my stream so that I will know, okay, this person was in my room from 11:01 and therefore 12:01 he should say the word of the day or whatever. So I will keep a running tab of this, and like I said, in conclusion, I don't want to repeat myself, but I want to stress this. If you feel like you can get a chance, everybody's got an equal chance now to actually win the game now, because I'm giving you, the viewers, the chance, the opportunity, the decision to qualify yourself by coming to my stream and staying as long as you want to, anywhere from 1 hour to 4 hours, depending on when I stream. And the longer you're in my room, meaning hours, the greater chance you have of actually having your name in the pot when the drawing is made. Boom, you are the winner, or you have a greater chance of winning. So that is my rule change for the game of the month. Now, on the other contests for each month, like the game cards and the mouse, that's going to be a little less strict and rigorous. Strict, that's a better word. It's late. It's 12 o'clock. I'm about to crash. Anyway, those basically, on the days I give those game cards out in the mouse out, those I will just basically take for who's in the stream that day. So it's a random, basically a contest. I mean, it's not going to be specifically on a Friday, because usually on a Friday for the game of the month, that's going to be a Friday usually the week after that game is released, or several days after release. I'm not going to stream the day after and have the contest on like a Wednesday if the game's on a Tuesday, which they are. I'll release on a Tuesday. I'm going to have it on that Friday. But like for instance, the game cards could be given out on a Sunday. And if you're in the room, or if multiple people in the room, I will put those names from the channel. Not including myself, because I don't. But pretty much the mods and anybody else, I will copy and paste them in the random, and then it'd be just a random, no pun intended, a random. No one knows when type of contest. It could be on a Sunday at 4 o'clock. It could be on a Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning. I mean, who's ever in my room is on the day that it's randomly done, that person could win the game card. So if you want to win a game card, your chances of great. Now the game cards and the mice and the non game of the month winner, those are going to be done about twice a month, probably the week before or week after the game of the month is released or given out, and then probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the game of the month is released. So there's going to be some time in between the game card or the non-game of the month and the game of the month winner and prize awarded. So anyway, that's my newest rules update on how to be qualified for the game of the month. The dates on which these are awarded are the same. The Mass Effect 3 game is awarded March 9th. I'm still debatable on Resident Evil 6 or Star Wars on April 6th. I asked the chat room today if they want to see a Star Wars giveaway in April or Resident Evil 6, and it was crickets in the room. I don't know why. I think they probably had me muted and watched somebody else's stream. Because what if I start giving out the game card? What if today was a game card announcement and no one heard me, and your name was called in my channel? Then you would have not won the game card. Terra is definitely awarded May 4th. StarCraft 2 is, I think, awarded. Or actually, I actually might put Resident Evil 6 on StarCraft 2 date. I might change those two up, and then have Battlefield 3 July 6th, and then maybe Resident Evil 6 on August 10th. And September, October, November, December, I'm looking at the schedule now. is pretty much to be announced, depending on what games come out in the fall and the winter time. So I might actually have Mass Effect 3 March, Star Wars in April, Terra definitely in May, probably Resident Evil 6 in June, and maybe StarCraft 2 in July, and maybe Battlefield 3 in August, perhaps. I don't know. If I do make that change on the Twitch channel when the games are awarded, which games are awarded per each month, I will definitely do that. Actually, I could do that tonight before I go to bed. So you might want to check back tonight or tomorrow, or definitely Friday, for the changes of that. And the contest rules, the new contest rules has been updated as of like 8:30 tonight, 9 o'clock tonight. So that's been finalized, and that's the way I'm going to do it. And I think 4 hours is the max I've gone. For now, if I do perhaps go over 5 hours, then your name will go in the pot 6 times. So just add another hour and add another time your name goes in the pot. So I think I'll change the contest prizes for the games awarded here in a minute before I go to bed. So be sure to check that back tonight or tomorrow or Friday or this weekend. So anyway, that's the new rules. Like I said in finality, real quick, I always repeat myself, but hey, some people have cotton in their ears the first couple times I say it, or they have fingers in their ears, or they have the music blaring, so they kind of ignore what I say the first couple times, and it's important. As I said earlier, if you want to have a greater chance of winning a game of the month for March, April, May, and so forth, come into my room and stay an hour or 3 or 4. The longer you stay, the greater chance you have, because your name actually goes in the pot more than the actual random.org drawing. So that's the little trick there. I'm going to go and change the twitch.channel TV real quick and check that out this weekend, and I will definitely see you online, my fellow hunters. Get 'em, hunters.